Hello everyone! I am here in front of you to discuss this topic. Our topic for today is about educational system in the Philippines and 21st century skills. Educational system in the Philippines. The education system of the Philippines has been highly influenced by the country's colonial history. The history has included periods of Spanish, American, and Japanese rule and occupation. Ang education system daw ng ating bansa o ng Pilipinas ay na-influensyahan siya ng kolonyal na kasaysayan ng bansa. So kasama dito yung period of Spanish, American, Japanese rule and occupation. Next is the most important and lasting contribution came during the Americans' occupation of the country, which began in 1898. It was during that period that English was introduced as the primary language of instruction and a system of public education was first established. The most important and lasting contribution daw ay nung dumating ang American dito sa ating bansa noong 1898. During this period, ipinakilala ang English bilang isang pangunahing wika dito sa ating bansa. Next, in the Philippines, the academic year begins in June and concludes in March, a period that covers a total of 40 weeks. So yung academic school year daw ay nagsisimula sa buwan ng June at natatapos ito sa buwan ng March. Next, primary education. Primary school education in the Philippines spans 6 years in duration and is compulsory for all students. So, yung primary education na dito sa Pilipinas ay tumatagal siya ng 6 years na pag-aaral. Next is, students are rated in every subject 4 times during the school year. A cumulative point system is typically used as the basis for promotion. To pass a grade, student must earn at least 75 points out of 100 or 75%. So, minamarka ng isang estudyante in every subject 4 times during the school year. So, ito yung tinatawag na first grading, second grading, third grading, and fourth grading. So, para makapasa ka sa bawat subject, kailangan mong abutin ang 75% or 75 points out of 100. Next, once a student successfully completes each of the 6 grades of primary school, he or she is awarded a certificate of graduation from the school they attended. So, pag daw ang estudyante ay natapos at nakumpleto ang 6 na taon na pag-aaral sa primary education, ay makakatanggap siya ng certificate of graduation na galing sa eskwela na pinag-aralan niya. Next, these are a number of core subjects that are taught with varying degrees of difficulty in all 6 grades for primary school. These are the language of arts o yung mga sining ng wika, Filipino, English, and local dialect, mathematics, health, and science. All students in primary school are also introduced to Makabayan. According to the Department of Education, Makabayan is a learning area that serves as a practice environment for holistic learning, an area in which students develop a healthy personal and national self-identity. So in all primary school ay tinuturo ang Makabayan dahil ipinapakilala nito ang mga kasaysayan ng Pilipinas. Next is secondary education. Secondary education in the Philippines spans 4 years but now spans 6 years because of the K-12 curriculum. So dati, tumatagal ang pag-aaral ng secondary ng 4 years but now it spans 6 years dahil nadagdagan ng 2 years because of the K-12 curriculum. Next, tertiary education refers to specialized education in specific field taken and offered finishing high school. So, yung tertiary education is not compulsory because pagkatapos mo ng grade 11 and grade 12, pwede ka nang magtrabaho. So, depende na lang sa'yo kung gusto mong mag-aral ng college. So, dito, marami kang pipili ang course na gusto mong ma-achieve in the future. Next, here are essentially 3 degree stages of higher education in the Philippines. Bachelor, Master's, and PhD or yung Doctor sa Filosofiya. For example, nakapagtapos ka na ng tertiary education at ang kinuha mong course ay education course. So, nakagraduate ka na. Pero sa sarili mo, hindi ka pa satisfied sa pag-aaral mo. Pwede ka ulit mag-aral at ito na ang kukunin mo. Bachelor's degree, Master's degree, or PhD. So, bawat isa na yan ipapaliwanag natin. Next, bachelor's degree. Bachelor's degree programs in the Philippines span a minimum of 4 years in duration. The first 2 years are typically dedicated to the study of general education courses, 63 credits, with all classes counting towards the major and the students will undertake in the final 2 years. Next, master's degrees. Master's degrees in the Philippines typically span 2 years per full-time student, culminating with a minor thesis or comprehensive examination. So, yung pagkuha daw ng master's degree, ito matagal siya ng 2 years for full-time students. Next is, to qualify for a master's degree, student must possess a bachelor's degree in a related field with an average grade equal to or better than 2 or 85% or B average. So, kailangan makapasa ka ng master's degree ay makakuha ka ng mas mataas pa sa 2 or 85%. PhD degrees. The PhD degrees in the Philippines, also known as a Doctor of Philosophy, involve a great deal of coursework as well as dissertation that may comprises from 1/5 to 1/3 of the final grade. So, yung PhD degrees, ito yung pinakamahirap na degree na kukunin ng isang estudyante. So, non-university higher education or vocational and technical. In recent years, vocational and technical education has become very popular in the Philippines. Technical and vocational schools and institutions offer programs in a wide range of disciplines, including agriculture, fisheries, technical trades, technical education, hotel and restaurant management, crafts, business studies, secretarial studies, and interior and fashion design. So, sa technical and vocational schools, ay nag-offer sila ng agriculture, fisheries, technical trades, hotel and restaurant management, and so on. Next, 21st century skills. The term 21st century skills refers to a broad set of knowledge, skills, work, habits, and character traits that are believed by educators, schools, reformers, college professors, employers, and others. So, ang 21st century daw ay tumutukoy sa malawak na kaalaman, skills, work, habits ng mga educators, school reformers, college professors, and others. Next is, to be critically important to success in today's world, particularly in colleges, programs, and contemporary careers and workplace. Generally speaking, 21st century skills can be applied in all academic subject areas and in all educational, career, and civic settings throughout a student life. So, para maging success ka in today's world, generally speaking, 21st century ay mahalaga dahil ma-apply mo siya sa lahat ng subject and all educational, career, and civic settings and others. There are 3 types of 21st century skills. First is learning skills. Second, literacy skills. And last, life skills. Learning skills. Learning skill is a term that describes the tasks involved in learning, including time management, note-taking, reading effectively, study skills, and writing tests. So, sa learning skills, naka-include dito yung time management, note-taking, reading effectively, study skills, and writing tests. Next, 3 types of learning skills. First one is critical thinking, the object analysis and evaluation of an issue in order to form a judgment. Ang critical thinking ay magagamit mo sa pagsasolve ng problem, sa school, at sa mga bagay na makapag-iisip ka talaga ng mabuti. So next, collaborating. Work jointly on an activity, especially to produce or create something. In collaborating, dito makipag-cooperate ka sa ibang tao para makapag-share ka ng information at makatanggap ka ng information na kailangan mo. So next, communicating. To share information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals. So this sa communicating, makipag-communicate ka with other people to share information or to receive information by using, speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals like facial expressions and sign language. Next is literacy skills. Literacy skills are all the skills needed for reading and writing. So, sa literacy skills, dito pumapasok na skills na kailangan sa pagsusulat at sa pagbabasa. 3 types of literacy skills. First is information literacy. This is the ability to find, evaluate, organize, and communication. Next is media literacy. This is the ability to identify different types of media and message they are sending or receiving. Next is technology literacy. This is the ability to safely, responsibly, creatively, and effectively use appropriate technology. Next, life skills. Any skills that is useful in your life can be considered life skill. Life skills, ito yung magagamit mo sa pang-araw-araw mong pamumuhay. Next, 3 types of life skills. First is social skills. These are the skills that used every day to interact and communicate with others. Second, flexibility. Flexibility is the capacity to adjust to short-term change quickly and clearly. Leadership. These are the skills that the leader should have are communication, motivation, creativity, trustworthiness, responsibility, positivity, and others. This is the end of our lesson. That's all. Thank you.